Are you ready to take the leap and become a proud homeowner? I'm Keith Raven, and in this video, we're going to talk about a few of the ways you can get some down payment assistance help. So buckle up, because buying your first home can be a wild ride. But don't worry, it's a ride well worth taking. Just imagine the feeling of finally having a place to call your own. No more landlords to answer to, and the freedom to decorate however you please. Yes, that means you can finally put that questionable wallpaper up in your own kitchen. There are programs specifically designed for first-time homebuyers in the U.S. to make the journey a little smoother and more affordable. Think of these programs as your trusty sidekicks on this adventure, helping you get into your dream home sooner and for a price that won't leave you living off ramen noodles for the next decade. Before you go rush into looking at homes, do your research. Make sure to find the mortgage that fits your financial situation and goals. After all, you want to make sure you can actually afford to live in the home of your dreams. And for all you mortgage pros out there, this video is a great resource to pass along to any first-time homebuyers you may be working with. Who knows, you may just be the superhero that helps them achieve their dreams of home ownership. Let's get into it. What is the Biden's $25,000 down payment assistance toward equity act? I'll do my best to explain that right now. President Joe Biden is on a mission to help Americans buy their dream home with his down payment toward equity act, or as we like to call it, the $25,000 first-time homebuyer's golden ticket. This act is currently making its way through Congress, but if all goes well, first-time homebuyers could soon be eligible for a $25,000 grant to help with their home buying expenses. Can you imagine how much easier it would be to buy your first home with an extra $25,000 in your pocket? That would be like hitting the jackpot. This grant can be used for things like a down payment toward the purchase of your new home, interest, and closing costs. All expenses that can really add up and make buying a home seem daunting and overwhelming. But with the Down Payment Toward Equity Act, the dream of home ownership just got a whole lot closer. The $25,000 Down Payment Act hopefully will be here to give you a hand, or $25,000 to be exactly. But before you start spending that grant money in your mind, let's go over the requirements you'll need to meet. And remember, this still needs to be passed by Congress. Number one, you must be a first-time home buyer. Sorry, veterans of the housing market, this grant is only for first-time home buyers. Number two, your primary pad, not a vacation spot. The property you're looking to purchase must be your primary residence and not a vacation home or a rental property. Number three, you must be a first-time generation home buyer, have been in foster care, or have parents who defaulted on their home loan. I'd love to hear your comments on that one. This grant is here to help those who may have faced some obstacles on the road to home ownership. Number four, income limitations will apply. The amount of grant money you're eligible for will depend on the income limitations in your region. So make sure you check to see if you're within those limits. And finally, number five, government-backed mortgages only. To receive the grant, you must use a government-backed mortgage. And there you have it. If you meet these requirements, you're on your way to becoming a homeowner with a little extra help from the Down Payment Toward Equity Act. Again, these still need to pass Congress. Employer-sponsored programs. Yes, your boss may be more generous than you think. Some employers offer programs to help with the cost of home ownership. Be sure to ask your friendly human resources manager. Tax credits for first-time homebuyers. This one is a no-brainer. Who wouldn't want to save on their taxes while becoming a homeowner? Closing cost assistance programs. Closing costs can add up fast. Thankfully, there are many programs designed to help cover some of these expenses. Now let's take a closer look at each of these options to see if any of them can help you reach your home ownership goals. Who knows, you might end up with a better home than you ever thought possible. That first one, employer-sponsored programs. Because your boss loves you, or maybe just wants you to stop complaining about your commute, believe it or not, some employers are feeling the love and offering their employees a helping hand with down payments and closing costs. They may offer you a loan or a grant that you can pay back over time, or your labor union might chip in with the closing costs. Every employer is different, so the programs that they offer will vary. Usually, these programs are on a collaboration between your employer and the state government. So before you get too excited and start making plans for your new home, make sure you chat again with your friendly HR representative or manager to see what kind of assistance may be available. First-time homebuyer tax credit. This is a hot topic in Congress and could be just what first-time homebuyers need to take the leap into home ownership. This credit would give new buyers a $15,000 tax break, which would be refunded for up to $15,000 in tax liability, all the way back to December 31st, 2020. Think of it as a friendly pat on the back from the IRS for taking the big step of buying a home. It's like the energy efficient home improvement credit, but for first-time homebuyers who are ready to join the home ownership club. While homeowners can already claim their mortgage interest paid as a yearly tax deduction, the first-time homebuyer tax credit is tailored specifically to help them take the first step on the property ladder. Now let's get into closing cost assistance programs. They're like a lifeline for first-time homebuyers, offering to pay up to 100% of expenses such as mortgage fees, title expenses, and transfer taxes. Of course, there are a few strings attached. Buyers must have a minimum credit score, meet certain income thresholds, and buy a home that meets quality and safety standards. Navigating the world of first-time home buying is like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube with one hand tied behind your back. But don't fret. If you're eligible, an FHA loan might just be the answer to all your prayers. But before you jump in, it's important to understand that the possible long-term effects on your finances. The bottom line is there are plenty of options for first-time home buyers, but it's crucial to weigh the pros and cons before making a decision. It's always best to consult a local mortgage professional who can help you see the big picture and steer you in the right direction. Please leave your comments below. I'd love to hear what you think of these home buying programs. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.